Hi everyone, welcome to GMG Live. Today we're going to talk about our Goldsmith department. So we get asked a lot, number one, do we have goldsmiths and do they work on site? Does your jewelry stay in the store when we work on it? The answer to all those questions are coming up, but the answer mostly is yes. We have 3 talented goldsmiths that work upstairs in our mezzanine right there. So anytime you bring your jewelry to us, to have it fixed, sized, cleaned, checked, all of those things, we get to do them right here at GMG. We're pretty spoiled because we have the goldsmiths that work right here with us. So today, I'm going to take you all upstairs to meet the goldsmiths, and we're going to do a spot treatment on a ring so you can see how shiny and beautiful we can make your jewelry look when you've been wearing it for a while. So why don't you come with me? We're going to take a tour upstairs. To the upstairs of GMG, sort of the back door access today on GMG Live. So come on everybody. Welcome to upstairs at GMG Jewellers. Kind of your back door access is to all the cool stuff that goes on here at GMG Jewellers. So come on into the Goldsmith area. That's pretty cool. This is where all the magic happens. So anytime you bring your engager ring, a repair, a broken chain, or something that needs to be sized, we actually bring it here upstairs to GMG. Pretty cool little workspace. We have our cleaning section over here. So we use a high pressure steamer, 2 ultrasonic cleaners with our own homemade solution. We have a casting machine for all of our custom jobs. So if you want to make a custom ring, use your own gold, we can do that process here at GMG. Plus we have our professional polishing wheel. So you can see that we have 4 stations, and each wheel has its own special brush. This one here has a smaller wheel for the different processes and the different polishing for different products. Some do chains, some for rings, some for doing different finishes. So we're going to come on over here and meet our goldsmiths today. Hi guys, we have, this is where Ismail usually sits, and we have Javier, and in the back by the window we have Jonah. So we're going to take a little sneak peek and see what Jonah's working on today. Hey Jonah.
Hello.
Oh cool, what you got going on today?
So today I'm working on soldering this whole ring shut together, and we're just finishing, we're just polishing actually.
Cool. So in this process, for when you're soldering something back together, do you do this with the torch and by hand, or do you prefer to use our high power laser welder?
Actually for this one I actually had to use the laser welder. A lot of the times, depending on the chain itself, we can use a torch, but for this one in specific was with the welder.
Okay, and you chose to use the welder on this one, why?
It's just a lot more secure, and it's just straight to the point. You can see a lot better and a lot closer to the chain. So
cool. So when you're working on a piece like this and we solder this joint closed, this makes the whole chain a little bit more secure. So if it ever gets tugged or pulled, it's not going to come apart at this joint, correct?
That's correct.
Awesome. And so the high pressure laser welder that we use here, and actually Javier's soldering something right now, has as much power as a bolt of lightning, right?
Yeah.
Right, so this machine is pretty cool. It has as much power as a bolt of lightning, and we use this to get into really intricate, delicate spots when we're soldering something together. It's pretty cool. They use a microscope in order to see the piece, and then they have different kinds of wires they use for the different kinds of metals that we're soldering together. Now, we get asked a lot of times, how do we make rings so shiny? When girls come in and they just want to have their engager ring clean and checked, it's a service that we provide for free, I should add. You can come in and have your ring clean and checked. The whole process takes about 5 minutes, and today I'm going to show you how we do it. So I'm going to have Jonah show you how we check, clean, and polish a ring. So I want to show everybody, I have this ring I've been wearing here all day today. I haven't cleaned it in some time, and you can see it's kind of getting dark and a little bit tarnished up around the edges. So I'm going to have Jonah here walk us through the steps on how he's going to make this ring look like $1 million again. Jonah?
So once we have the ring, the first things we want to do is check the stones, see how tight they are and if they are tight or loose. So we go and we do that first to secure the stone.
Okay, and the reason why we check to make sure the stone is secure is why, Jonah?
We just don't really want the customer leaving this place with loose stones or anything that could fall out. especially when we hit the wheel. It has a lot of power, and if it touches the stone and if it's loose, it could just end up going flying.
Right, so that's why every ring comes in. Before we clean it, we take it for inspection first and make sure everything's really good and tight, because our cleaning process is quite rigorous and a little bit aggressive at times, because we really want the ring to shine and look really beautiful. So we make sure all the stones are really nicely, tightly secure, and then we're going to go ahead and polish it.
Yeah, so we do, our next step would be buffing a little bit of that wear out. So the lines and all those little scratches, we start to buff it out so that it looks nice and like nothing ever happened to it.
That's right. So metals can be soft a little bit, and especially the wear point on the bottom of the ring. So right here where I wear the ring the most, it takes the most hits against harder surfaces like marble, granite countertops. We work a lot around stainless steel safes and whatever, so the ring gets banged around a lot and it gets lots of scratches on the bottom. So those scratches can essentially be erased by manipulating the metal back into shape and polishing out those little scratches.
Then we go and we polish the inside of the ring too. Give it a little bit of nice shine, and then we take it to the wheel.
Okay, so we're going to use the polishing wheels. It's pretty cool actually. We have this protective covering like this, and actually you can lift it up if you need to, like this, so you can change out the wheel and the different brushes. Okay, and then armholes right here to protect us. So the wheel spins at a really, really high pace, and it can grab, say, your hair, you can grab your shirt or a bracelet while you're polishing it. So we use these to protect ourselves, to make sure that nothing gets caught on the wheel. Also, in case it grabs the ring and it throws it back at you, it'll hit here instead of go flying out of place. So I'll have you turn on the machine. It's a little bit loud, I'll warn you ahead of time.
We add a little bit of wax to it. And then we have to grab the rings very tight and hard to secure the ring in your hands.
So you can see, even while he's polishing it right now, you can already see the metal starting to brighten and shine up, almost to a mirror polish. Taking out all those surface scratches, any tarnishing, any, say, lotion or any other kind of material that would be stuck into the ring, and it really brightens it up and makes it look like brand new again. So this is really where the magic happens on this wheel right here. And Jonah, to be fair, you can touch the wheel with your finger, and it's not going to hurt you tremendously. It's just that it's spinning at such a high rate, it'll really grab a material. So when you're polishing a ring by hand especially, you have to hold on really, really, really tight to it to make sure that it doesn't flip around.
Yep, and then we go to this one, which is a little bit softer, but it gives it a really nice finished polish. And here we go.
You can see he's turning the ring around and he's getting up in all around underneath the stone, but carefully not polishing the stone on the top of the wheel. So it's important not to hit the top of the ring on the wheel. So this applies when you're working on a gemstone ring, when we're working on diamond rings. We do it by hand like this so that we can get all the little pieces of metal all around the stone to a high mirror shine.
And then
pretty cool.
Once this is done,
so we turn the equipment off. Okay, next we need to wash the ring. So the ring now is going to have some of that wax debris sort of still stuck on it. So what John is going to do is put it in our special cleaning solution in the ultrasonic to shake off and clean any debris, lotion, any of those things. To give it a clean. You can see all the wax coming off the ring like that. It's pretty cool actually. Perfect, and then we're going to give it a rinse. So just rinse off some of the cleaning solution off the ring. Next will be our industrial strength steamer. Now this steamer shoots off out steam that will burn your skin. So it's very important that you don't ever get your hand underneath the nozzle. And we'll go ahead and steam the ring. Also, by rotating the ring under the steam and getting in underneath all of this bridge work, make sure to blast off any little bit of wax that might be left from the polishing wheel, plus any kind of lotion or skin cells that would build up in the ring. What you're left with is one brand new looking ring. Wow. Incredible. Thank you so much, Jonah.
No problem, my pleasure.
Yeah. So that's it. The whole process takes about 5 minutes from start to finish. So we professionally train all of our sales staff down on the floor to check the ring under the microscope, make sure that everything's nice and secure and that there's no problems. And then up here, we'll polish it by hand for you, and then clean it, and then steam it. And voila, you have the perfectly clean ring, just like that. GMG Jewellers, what can I say? We do things right. The experience is deadly. So if you have a ring and it needs to be cleaned, please come down to GMG. We love restoring your rings to brand new. Thank you everybody so much for joining me today on our little tour of the Goldsmith shop. I have a real treat for you next week. We got in a bunch of new product. We're talking some really beautiful gold, some gold and diamond jewelry. We got in some new rings, and I'm really excited to give you a little tour of all the new product that we have in for our fall collection. So until next Thursday, thanks everybody for joining.